Ramsey show ending.
Dave here. You can find all of our shows with the Ramsey Network app on your smartphone. It's the only place to listen to the entire back catalog of episodes. Download the Ramsey Network app in your favorite app store today.
After show beginning, put my links in the chat and we will get going, y'all. Alrighty, that's the links. And we're done with that. Make sure we're going here. There we are. Show 291 today. And it is a June 2. Cooled down quite nicely in the OH, 72 degrees. And let's get going. With the notes here, let's see what we got. Okay, hey, there's a song. How about we do that song? Listen for the drum taps. Wait, that didn't work. Whoops. Whoops, 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 whoops. Oh no, that's right. That's working. Okay. All right. Let's give that one more try. I thought I didn't have the audio set correctly, but I do. I just couldn't see it because the chat window was on it. Okay. Listening for the drum taps, so we come in at the right spot. That was probably loud enough for you guys, but I had my speakers too low. Like all plans, it starts with step 1. $1,000 emergency fund, not 5,000. In step 2, you'll pay off all your debt. Except mortgage, we do not do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of the charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step 3 is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. You stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I don't, and why I host this after show. If you don't like the way that it's working out, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, then you should do Dave's baby steps. Step 4 is when you can take a breath and go less gazillion invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all for college. 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. And now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go, and why I host this YouTube show. If you don't like the way that it's working out, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Shove it, take it home. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show, Aftershow show. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. Links at the top of the chat and in the video description below. You can email me about anything, yes, anything. Coach Steve Money, including if you would like to sing the Baby Steps song, you can pre-record it, or you can do it live. We have the technology for either of those things. You can reach me on Instagram, Coach Steve Money, no spaces. Add me on the girl. And if you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, that's paypal.me/Coach Steve Money, which is at the bottom right here. The bottom of my webcam frame right there. Handy for you. What up, Milka? Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. Alrighty, so today on a brand new, not live, but still brand new Ramsey Show. We had Dave himself in the big chair and in the little chair, the co-host chair. That would be his daughter, host of the Rachel Cruz Show and author, 3-time best-selling author, Rachel Cruz, and her song goes like this. And I guess that's why we all watch Rachel Cruz, for good advice that she learned in her youth. Talks about friends when she shows us how to be millionaires. Know yourself, know your money, love your life, not theirs. And I guess that's why we all watch Rachel Cruz, mentioning Winston, mentioning Target. And I guess that's why we all watch Rachel Cruz, mentioning Winston, mentioning Target. Yes, that's why we all watch Rachel Cruz, mentioning Winston, ordering Teslas. And I guess that's why we all love Rachel Cruz. Yeah. That is a spam caller. So now we go market report, and it wasn't in the right spot. That's okay. I will take that because we had a good day today. How about that? I don't know, Milka. They get busy sometimes and aren't here handy to watch. Sometimes a bunch of people watch later. They don't watch it live because this is right at Eastern time. It's 6:12 Eastern time, dinner time, and it could be early dinner for people in Central as well, which that's 5:12, or driving home, etc. from work. Alrighty. So Troy Story won for yesterday in the down market. yesterday, but today NASDAQ up significantly more than the S&P 500 and the Dow. So probably, almost certainly, I will win. Every once in a while, Sid or Kelly just whap me. And but I have faith I'll win tomorrow. Let's see what this says about the market, other than the obvious. S&P 500, NASDAQ finished higher in volatile session. All three U.S. indexes, or you can say indices, which is spelled differently, rebound from earlier losses. NASDAQ up 2.7%. Oh, and I can't look at the thing. Okay, let's see what it says. They wavered in the morning before picking up steam. And then it just gives the numbers. So it doesn't say why. And I can't read it because why? Because must be over my limit for reading Wall Street Journal articles in a short time. All right, so we'll just go back, and I assume it was because there was good numbers, good economic numbers yesterday, and they just didn't believe them, I guess, which is why the market was down. But as you can see, 2.69 for the NASDAQ, up 1.84 for S&P 500, 1.33 for the Dow Jones total market index, and the small cap index, the Russell small cap index, 2.31% up. Who do we have? Oh, today we had Lululemon and Broadcom. Let's see what they did. Oh, and CrowdStrike as well. Never heard of them. Let's see what we got. Lululemon up in after hours trading. They raised guidance as customers keep spending despite higher prices. So there you go. More good economic data. And so you can see the gray is the after hours trading and people taking advantage. It went right up here as soon as they announced it. And then people said, oh, wait a minute, that's too much. And sold. And then bought, sold, bought, sold. When it goes down, it's people selling. And then people see it going down to a certain price, and they're like, no, we're buying it at that price. So what is it? So it's 4.35% today, up for them, and the after-hour trading up 2.24. Alrighty, and Broadcom, they are up as well. They were up 0.54 today, but down. It doesn't look down slightly in after-hours trading. Oh yeah, it does, because the end of it was the green line right up there. Okay, so it's a little bit down. What they say? Strong growth stock. VMware customers worry Broadcom will hurt innovation. That's from yesterday. They don't have anything about the earnings report, but I'm assuming it was at least decent because it hasn't gone down much. Wavered a little bit in there. And what is the CrowdStrike holdings? They went up pre-announcement 7.79%, and in after hours trading down 2.88%. And what it says, falls even as CrowdStrike earnings revenue jump. So that does happen sometimes. Let's see, raises forecast, but it is not helping the stock. So that's a thing where, I mean, you can't make people buy it. So the basic two parts, I think, of the earnings report is you say what you made, and then the company itself guesses what they're going to make, and I guess they try to be honest, and if they're going to lose money, they say they're going to lose money. But this time CrowdStrike raised the forecast, and it didn't work. Sometimes it does not. And just like yesterday, there were good economic numbers yesterday, and still the market went down. So, all right. And nothing overall has changed. COVID, Ukraine, inflation, none of that has changed from yesterday to today, and yet market up pretty decently today. All right. Let's go back and let's see who we got coming up. RH, I don't know what they are. What are they? Let's see how they did to compare earnings report. They are a little bit down, 0.64% down after being up today, 4.16. Post huge earnings beat and guidance weighs on stock. So maybe their guidance was a little bit, and that's like what they're gonna do for the next time. So I don't even know what they do. What is that? RH. Boom. I thought they were. Oh, it's just that video. Okay. Well, we're not gonna watch the vid. Sorry. Okay. Back to that finance page one more time. Next week, Neo and DocuSign reporting most followed single stocks on the Google. All these in the NASDAQ, and so all of them are up. The most up looks like the artist formerly known as Facebook, Meta Platforms Inc. 5.42% up. Next up, Tesla. Following that is going to be Google owner Alphabet, 3.28%. Lowest was Microsoft at 0.79. Apple, 1.68% up. All right. Check the rest of the planet. Mostly up in Europe, mostly up in Asia. And the euro up on the US dollar, Japanese yen up on the US dollar, the British pound up on the US dollar, the Canadian dollar up on the US dollar, sorry, and the Australian dollar mate up against the US dollar, which I've said before. The dollar, when the market is jumping up, it does seem a lot of times that the dollar goes down against the other world currencies. Just seems like that happens mostly. I know a guy who will be happy. The Cardano is up again, 0.6%, and still down from the high from back there from September 3rd. But that's the way it goes when you mess with the virtual coin. All right, is that all we need from that? Yes, the answer is yes. All right, so what else? Where was I? Oh, right here. This is from PC Gamer. A very big computer is made. The first to break the exaflop ceiling. And that's fun, and that means it's very fast. And that's basically all we need. 136,408 AMD. I don't know how you pronounce that. EPIC, maybe processors. So there you go. Won't fit in under your desk or even in your house unless you knock down several walls or have a much bigger house than the author does of that. And so yeah, that's fairly big. Alrighty, BusinessInsider.com. CEOs warn that U.S. households are burning through savings at an alarming rate and could run out within months. U.S. households gained about $2.5 trillion in excess savings since March 2020 from stimulus and higher wages. The extra cash has helped keep consumer spending strong, which in turn has driven prices higher. Now inflation is gnawing away at those savings, and CEOs warn they could run out within months. Okay, pretty straightforward. More than 8 in 10 U.S. shoppers are planning to buy fewer things in the next 3 to 6 months, according to a recent survey from market research firm NPD Group. tug of war between the consumer's desire to buy what they want and the need to make concessions based on the higher prices hitting their wallets. Well, that's the real trick, isn't it? All right, this is from Vox.com, their recode section. The simple impact way to make cars cleaner. In the age of electric vehicles, higher gas mileage is more important than ever. And so I think it's just like a call to make make the gas better, make it go, make vehicles travel further on less gas. And so that does make sense. If you could do that, gas companies may not like that. I have another thing on that somewhere. Let's see. Ford plans to add 6,200 jobs in OH, the state up north, and Missouri. Ford will add 62 as it prepares to build more electric vehicles and roll out 2 redesigned combustion engine models. And that's going to be Avon Lake, Ohio, I guess would be one of them. Yep, factory in Avon Lake, near Cleveland is where that is. Claycomo, Missouri, near KC, makes big electric and combustion engine transit vans that will get a third shift of 1,100 workers to handle increased demand. All right, including, let's see, Yahoo Finance. Nowhere else to go but up. Jim Cramer, he's an investing guru kind of guy. Likes these 3 mega cap tech stocks that have been soundly shellacked in 2022. That means they went down a lot. And he says, what are they? Amazon. You think people are going to stop using Amazon? And it is down 28% year to date. That may not include today. Let's see. Was this article posted? 3:06 p.m. I don't know. No telling if they took the number from earlier today or not. But one day, the 2% of one day isn't going to make that much a difference. But it might be just a little bit less than that, than the 24%. So that's 24% on sale, dog. And so if you think it's going to get back up to a high, all that's free growth there. Let's see. Meta Platforms. Artist formerly known as Facebook. 44% year to date. And part of that is because they realistically looked, and they put this in their guidance as well on their last earnings report. They put this in their guidance that they weren't going to make as much money. They were going to lose billions from ad sales because the new iPhone software lets you turn off targeted ads towards you. Now you're still going to get the same amount of ads, but it lets you turn off the targeted ads. And so maybe people want to do that just because it's something they can turn off. Maybe people want to do that because if they don't get the targeted ads, then because targeted ads would be something you were most likely something that you were specifically interested in. And the non-target ads you might be less interested in and therefore be less persuaded to buy. So that would be a reason for that as well. And stocks trading like the whole metaverse thing is just one big joke being played on Mark Zuckerberg, which seems pretty unlikely to me given his track record. That's true. And the Alphabet, the Google. So, I mean, this is not, let's see what it's down. Down 21% year to date. Alphabet is still a tech behemoth valued at $1.5 trillion. Right. And so, and that's really interesting to me. Like if the company's value doesn't change, but the stock price does. So I mean, people are still gonna buy this stuff. All this tech stuff, pretty much. People are still gonna buy. So even if they don't buy it quite as much, but I mean, you saw, even as we saw earlier today, even if the company beats the earnings and they said, well, I can't think of a reason why we wouldn't beat the earnings next time too, that's still not good enough for some traders. So, yep. Oh yeah, I was gonna do this. Let's see, because I was doing that earlier because we were talking about people being fancy and stuff like that, and so I was thinking about the flossy, glamorous, the flossy. That's from back in the early 90s, I think. All right, CNBC, OPEC Plus raises output. This was the other article I was talking about. It talks about fuel. This is for oil. Raises crude oil output faster than expected as Russia's war royals. We will never be royals. That's a different kind of royals. Never seen a diamond in the flesh. All right. Royals global energy markets. And so OPEC and its oil-producing allies agreed to hike output in July and August by a larger than expected amount as Russia's invasion of Ukraine wreaks havoc on global energy markets. OPEC Plus will increase production by 648,000 barrels per day in both July and August, and that I read, I think in the link for this, said it was 50% more. So the group has been slowly returning the nearly 10 million barrels per day it agreed to pull from the market in April 2020. Okay. So yeah, first you tell us to not have that many barrels, and now you're telling me you want more barrels. Make up your mind, world, is what OPEC is saying, I think. And what else we got? From France24.com, Rolling Stones opened their 60th anniversary tour in Madrid, and they ain't that young. Different drummer. Who was that? Bill Wyman, I think, was their drummer. No, Charlie Watts, I think. And he may have passed. He might not be with us anymore. Anything interesting? They're just doing 60th anniversary. How about that? So they are not retired. They're still bringing in the money. Speaking of bringing in the money, LeBron James, this is from the U.S. Sun, the-sun.com. Chasing number one, LeBron James' net worth smashes the $1 billion barrier weeks after the LA Lakers star becomes the second highest NBA scorer ever. I'm guessing the first is MJ. Oh, Karl Malone's NBA points total. Oh, I would have thought Michael Jordan. Malone probably played longer, though. That's what I'm guessing. All right. Okay, before I do Reddit, let's see now. How can I do this? Okay, I can go there. And then that. And then I need to be over here. Or no, stay here and move this that way, because I have my green icon there. If I'm too far over this way or that way, it'll be in my face. Okay, so let's see what I can do here. I need to do that. For display capture. Okay, so the kids in the Ramsey Show chat were talking about their gardens this morning. And I was just joking about them like I joke and everything, and they were upset about that. So one of them or me had the idea for them to send pictures of the garden. And the first one's from Kelly. And it's from left to right. It's shishito peppers, pickling cucumbers, green bean bush, 2 types of cherry tomatoes. So that is hers right there. And maybe limited space there where she is, or that's just the amount of space that she decided to commit to her garden. Also, Troy's story. He would like to put it. What does he say? He says, Steve, here are a couple few pics of the garden. The first pic is the overall garden, squash and beans next, and then on the right are tomato and zucchini, which look like squash plants. And second pic is a close-up of the squash plants, and third pic is the corn stalks. Okay, so that's the Troy stories, and ain't no bunny's gonna get in there. I think he'll be safe from the bunnies. There you go. And there you go. Very nice. Show and tell. Ramsey's show and tell here on the after show. Alright, and that's all I got from that. So I can kill that and go back to that. I can close that window, and it's time to go to the Reddit once more. This is reddit.com/r/Dave Ramsey. It's not run by Ramsey Solutions. For something that's run by Ramsey Solutions, go to Facebook, and it's the Ramsey Baby Steps community. Make sure you get all those words in that order, because there are several other ones that are not run by Ramsey Solutions as well. Setting myself up like I should have in the beginning. This from Merlace. So I have a story. Here's the story of a 26 female who works in the insurance industry, making $65K. I have a bachelor's degree in psych, so you can psych people out into buying insurance, I guess. A few years ago, when I got my first job, my family invited me on vacation to Hawaii. I was 22, and because of the new job, I asked if they would be willing to save the $5K they had allotted for me to go on vacation for a house instead. About year and a half so later, I found a nice townhome for $130K. Really felt like a steal. So I used my parents' $5K for the down payment. That's not 10%, dog. Maybe part of the down payment. Not enough down payment on that. All right, I lived in this townhome for 2 years, coming up in September. I have it under contract to sell in September, as that will allow me to bypass the capital gains penalty. And I'm selling it for $180,000. So excellent. How long is that? 2 years. Okay, so she will have been there 2 years, and so in 2 years that means value of it went up $50,000. All right, so she got that equity. She owes $124,000 today. That leaves me with $56K in profit. Yep, less portion attorney's fees. So about $53,000. Okay, only have baby step one completed. And so probably the townhome was costing too much in mortgage payment, and so that didn't allow you to continue on the baby steps. So, which is why you don't buy a house or a townhome even when you're before baby step 3B. So that's why you would not do that. Let's see, that leaves me with about, I only have baby step one completed. So this is what I plan to do with the profit money, starting with $53,000. Baby step 2, pay off $23,000 in debt. Yes. And it's a shame you couldn't get any headway on that. But again, it was probably due to the high mortgage payment. Only putting down $5,000. Let's see, baby step 3, $30,000. Remainder, it will be either in a money market or credit union account as my 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. It's really about 9 months worth for me, since I bring in about $3,500 per month. So that's not Dave's recommendation. Dave recommends maxing that at 6 months worth of expenses, because that should be fine for just about anybody, unless you have some crazy situation going on, medical or life drama or anything like that, where if at that point, that would be when you would pause the baby steps anyway and just pile up cash. So, but unless you're doing that, 6 months should be plenty, unless you have a really weird situation happening. And doing that, then you would have 3 months of expenses, so about maybe another $10,000 ish, around $10,000 to do. You could bump up baby step 4. But she says she's going to do that anyway. Increase investments to 15%. Already do the 4% in employees 401k. So thinking about opening up an individual IRA and putting 11% in there. Okay, I see. So she was doing just 4% while she was also paying on the house and just paying minimums on debt. Excuse me. Okay, so baby step 5 for me will be renting again and saving till about another house. She doesn't have kids, I guess, so that's not how that works really. If you're saving for a down payment again, that puts you back in 3B. But you can do 3B and 4 investing at the same time. Boom, 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 boom. What up, Sid? Sid might have been walking again. Sid's doing that walking thing. You missed the garden, Sid. Check them out later. Got who was it? Kelly's and Troy Story's garden pictures. Let's see. Baby step 6 and 7. 6 is pay off the house completely, and of course 7 is after you pay off the house completely. So you're not really tackling. You don't really tackle step 7, I guess. Completing 6 gets you into step 7, which is just basically keep doing what you're doing, except you don't have a house payment anymore. Think about doing a credit union for the $30,000 since FDIC, not subject to market fluctuation. Which credit union do you recommend? Which IRA do you also recommend? You have a 401k. Now, next step would be the Roth IRA, where there's no tax on the growth. But yeah, so you kind of doing it like you should have in the first place, but and I mean, in the end, it's whoever is asking the question, it's their money. But she didn't put what would Dave do flair on there, so maybe doesn't want to know exactly what Dave would do, but she is going down the baby steps kind of, except making 5 something special for her. Yeah, so 9 months worth. That 3 months, again, that $10,000. You could either you could fully fund the Roth IRA, $6,000 for 1 year. You could fully fund that, and then the other $4,000-ish. You could put that in as far as start your house buying savings again. So your down payment savings again. Cool. So I mean, in this case, I mean, it basically worked out because you got the so much equity from that townhouse, even though you weren't able to make headway on the debt, and now you'll be able to pay out the debt as soon as you sell the house. So, all right. Well, driving home and then had to jump off Hub's car. Now you shouldn't be doing stunts on that. Pom pom pom, did you hear? Non-baby, no, there's none of those. Okay, Ramsey personalities. The show is never the same when Dave isn't on, but most of the personalities are pretty decent in their own way. However, I've seen Christina on the show a few times now, and she really has nothing to contribute. And I can send David like what? If Dave did not like her or want her on, she wouldn't be on. That's so stupid. It's just a Mini Cooper, right? I got you. Not that tall. I mean, I can sense Dave is like WTF at times. Thoughts? Did anybody? Oh, 73 comments on there. So probably somebody said what I'm going to say here. And it's if Dave did not want Christina on there, she wouldn't be on there. I'm sure he has the final say on that. Why wouldn't he? That's ridiculous. But this whole thing of, I can sense Dave is like WTF at times. This is like the old days when Anthony O'Neill would be on there and people would say AO looks sad, and it wasn't sad. It's his resting AO face. That's all. So, and they like read into stuff and they attribute feelings to people they're seeing on a video. And so, I mean, sometimes they might, they might give something away like that would tell you what they feel like, but you can't be sure. You don't know. I mean, it could be something like this. If I went like that instead of like this, that means I'm angry if I go like that. So, not necessarily. So people don't know. People always think they know and they have insight. They don't know. They don't know. But yeah, as far as Christina, jury's still out. Jury's still out. But Dave saw something that he liked, apparently. Because I don't think... I mean, there's plenty of people that could be on that show. So many people that could be there. And I'm sure he's seen a lot of them. I'm sure they've maybe tried out a lot. So... let's see. This is from you. Oh, this is from user Sean_T. Baby step 7 flare. 1/3 of Americans making $250 per year living paycheck to paycheck, according to Reese's survey. Oh, this was the thing that we did talk about yesterday. Who? Dan M from the Ramsey show chat let us know that. And so he wasn't lying after all, but $250K per year, 33% of them, paycheck to paycheck. So there you go. And you know what you're going to do? If you make more money, you're going to be equally spending more money as well. So the people that make more money aren't necessarily... Did I move that? I think I accidentally moved my camera. The people that make more money are generally going to spend more money, like I said. So that doesn't mean that if they make more money, they automatically just live under their expenses. You have the lifestyle creep too. You say, oh, I make 10% more. Oh, I can spend 10% more money, and that's not going to get you anywhere. Alrighty, Dave Ramsey. I think that's Dave Ramsey or Doctor. I don't know. From Ad Dazzling 21. What is he asking? If Dave is watching? Oh, 21 male postal worker while in baby step 2. Should I be worried about a recession if there even is one, or just keep going on baby step 2? Just keep going on baby step 2. If there, okay, let's just say, okay, it's a full-blown recession. What can you do about that? Nothing. Donut. You can't do anything about it. You can control your stuff. You can control your house. What happens in your house is a more important thing than what goes on in the White House. Can't remember who said that. Dave has said that, but he said he got it from Dr. Laura, maybe? I can't remember. Some other personality. But let's see. So postal worker while in baby step. Yeah. So okay. So if there's a recession, if there's name your financial situation for the world, name whatever it is. Are you better off if you have debt or better off if you don't have debt? I'll give you a hint. The answer is the second one. You're better off if you don't have debt. So keep going. Knock it out. And maybe you can knock it out before we are in full-blown recession, if that's going to happen. I don't think so, though. I think, or I'm hoping, rather, because nobody knows with traders, but I'm hoping that this was showed this yesterday, too, I think. I'm hoping that this right here was on May 20th. I'm hoping that was the bottom for the S&P. And so, you know, it may go, and since then it's gone up and then down a little, and then up more than it was down, and then down a little, and then up more than it was down, which leaves us with right there. So let's see, in the 1 year. So it's, yeah, so it's still down for the year, but that's oh, wait a minute. Why is that's December 31st. Oh, was I pointing right there? Oh no, I was originally saying that the bottom of it was right there, was the May 20th. So let's go down on that again. So again, yeah, May 20th, if I can. It never likes to. There we go. May 20th again. So that was the bottom of it. One investing analyst was saying that that's what he thinks is happening, and that would be great. And so as you can see, it went up, came down just a little, went up a lot the next few days, and then came down a little and went up, which that's also what has happened right in here too. As you can see, up and down a little, up and down a little, and right there's the pandy crash right there. And there we go. So, as far as recession, don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. Let's see. Oh my goodness, Sid is writing too much. Give me too much comment. You should have just called in, Sid. I would have picked up. That's why personalities go through months of training before they become a regular on the show. That's right. That's right. And if it wasn't working out, I'm sure Dave would have no problem with saying, well, it's not working out, rather than just throwing them on the show. That's what I mean. People are nutty. Nutty people. But everyone kept complaining about diversity, so he probably had pressure to get her on the show sooner. Could be. Although I think that would be a little part of it for him, but I don't know. We weren't there. We don't know. If you work in the stock market or lending industries, you may have reason to be concerned with a recession. Definitely not as a postal worker, right? You control what you control. And this was yesterday. Did I do that one? Investing while in the military? I can't remember. Or did I save it? Shovel operator. Debt free, 40 in a taxable, and 20 in retirement accounts income. Yeah, we did this one. Okay. All right. I think there was one that inherited. Where do you keep emergency fund? I thought there was one at the end of a day where we didn't do it. Send that in savings. Was it that one, being financially? Oh, thanks for buying my dad for buying my. Yeah, no, we did read that one. Okay. So when I do the show from home, it doesn't have these in light blue, which is when I know that it was done before or not. Okay. I guess that can be it. Matt Daniels, the only one that knows what AgriTalk is. But thank you for dropping by and posting that, sir. And so, except for the plugs. Whoops.
Darn, that's the end.
There you go. We talked about that. That was brought up by me in the Ramsey Show chat today. That's the kind of hijinks we have in there. And I believe that Sydney was the only person to get the reference. What are we doing? Upcoming streams. Oh, am I going to play a game tonight? I don't know. I might. What's night? Thursday. I did finish The Last of Us 2 last night. So I would be starting a new game or going back to one of the other two. Wednesdays and Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Those are the scheduled Oman Video Gamings. Again, I can do them anytime that I want to. This show Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Even when there's a replay, like Monday, Memorial Day, The Ramsey Show Aftershow show, and the Ramsey Show is on YouTube from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Right before that, Sid Says AgriTalk is a live stream format podcast that airs from 10 a.m. Central to 2 p.m. Central. Okay, well, I am definitely not on. I'm definitely not on at the same time as that. So there we go. Maybe that's where Matt gets all his talking points from, though. About they do seem to all be farm and stuff like that kind of based, don't they? And like historical houses and stuff like that. So that could be. Mondays 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Tech Support with Coach Steve Money. Curse of Oak Island recaps until there's more Curse of Oak Island show or companion show on the History Channel. There won't be any more recaps, obviously. Links. See if we got any more subscribers. No, standing strong at 416 though. Thank you so much if you have subscribed. If you have not, please consider it. These links are at the top of the chat and in the video description below and on the right side of my YouTube banner. You can schedule a free consultation with me. I am a Ramsey Solutions certified. Shocking how that works. I wonder why he would have a Ramsey Show after show. Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach, and you can pick the date and the time you want, and kindly email me to let me know when you would like that appointment. I'll email you back to let you know what information I need in order to accurately financially assess you. The P is for PayPal, paypal.me/Coach Steve Money, and that's where you can send donations. That's also where I receive payment for financial coaching when they're not on the free initial consultation, though. That is 100% free, and you never have to talk to me again after that if you don't wanna, but you might wanna. I'm a pretty fun guy. Instagram is Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And the email address is coachstevemoney@gmail.com. It's right up there, top of webcam frame. And you can ask me anything about the Ramsey stuff, about financial coaching, about the scheduling of an appointment, about Oak Island, about video gaming, about computer stuff, and about the songs. And you can especially email me if you want to sing any of these songs, including the Baby Steps song, which I've been singing for almost 9 months now. And it's just been me doing it. And so I'd love to hear somebody else sing it. And, of course, any of these. And with the one I did today, Rachel Cruz song. I'd love to hear anybody sing any of those. So get with me if you would like that. You can use any music track you want to it. Or I can tell you which they're YouTube karaoke videos, but I can tell you exactly which one I use if you like that one. Alrighty. Yep, and so that's it. Hope everybody has a wonderful Thursday. You know what tomorrow is? It's Friday. Alright. Make smart financial decisions every day.